Hey, welcome. I'm glad you're here. My name is Jerrel. I'm a human. I've been developing games commercially for a while, but recently I've been developing my dream game, and that is Goobuddies. So what is this game? Goobuddies is a monster raising game set in a world called Gooya. The monsters in this world are known as Goobuddies, and they come in all shapes and sizes, and they have a wide range of wild, unique abilities. Goobuddies takes place in a world with technology based around different elements of slime, and in the way that steampunk is based around steam power, I call this aesthetic Goopunk. As you raise your Goobuddies on your ranch, they grow, evolve, and change shape, and you get to go on adventures and engage in battles. So how is Goobuddies different from other monster raising games like Pokemon and Digimon? Goobuddies focuses on a unique, consistent design language for its monster designs, as all the creatures are made of goo. You also don't catch or tame Goobuddies from the wild. If there's a goo creature that you find out in the wild, they're aggressive and dangerous, and those are known as goo baddies. So how do you get Goobuddies? You grow them yourself using goo eggs. Goo eggs start out totally blank. They have no genetic data of their own. You carry around an unhatched goo egg and you expose it to different environments by exposing it. You can expose to wild goo baddies, you can expose it to different attacks during battle, and your goo egg will build up its genetic data based on the adventure that you take it on and what you expose it to. By the time your goo egg is ready to hatch, the creature that is born is completely unique to you. They can be born with different physical mutations, which affect its role in battle through passive abilities. They can have certain stats that are just stronger than others naturally, even outside of the unique traits of their species. They can be born with rare, powerful combat actions as well. And under special circumstances, Goobuddies can be born with a condition known as Cursed Mask, which causes your Goobuddy to manifest a mask when their health falls low during battle. This Cursed Mask boosts attack power. On the other side of that, Goobuddies can be born with a Blessed Mask, which can manifest during battle and boost defenses. If your Goobuddy isn't born with a special mask, you can still teach it special transformation states so it can still gain an advantage in battle. One of those special transformation states is called a Goliath form. You will raise your Goobuddies at your ranch where you feed it, interact with it, and improve its stats one at a time with training. You can temporarily level up your training equipment so your Goobuddy stats will grow faster and more efficiently. And battles are a hybrid, real-time, turn-based RPG style, but with a gooey twist. In your team of 5, Goobuddies choose their own actions and act of their own accord. The actions they are able to use and the frequency at which they use them is based on their intelligence stat. You can issue commands and ask Goobuddies to use certain types of battle actions, and whether or not they follow your instructions is based on their intelligence as well. More powerful battle actions require higher intelligence, so try to raise a well-rounded Goobuddy. So how is development going on Goobuddies? It's going great. All of the 3D modeling for the Goobuddy species is finished. The raising components of the game in terms of the programming and implementation are 90% complete, basically finished. The battle system is about 40% complete. What mostly remains is creating all of the battle action animations, fireballs, thunderballs, flashes, and then I'll have to do fine-tuning and balance all of the battle actions and the stats for the various Goobuddy species. So how many Goobuddy species are there? There are about 79 unique Goobuddy species you can raise. The monster designs are wild and creative. Some of them are just weird. I've had so much fun creating these character designs. A lot of the times when I'm creating these designs, I'm basically just trying to make myself laugh when I'm coming up with cool ideas. The idea of monsters all made of goo has given me the opportunity to come up with just weird and interesting creature designs. There are hundreds of different battle actions to learn. You get to raise your Goobuddies exactly how you want, so even though certain species obviously have unique stat growth and they tend to have strengths and weaknesses, you still get to raise them however you want. You can experiment with all kinds of battle strategies. So what's up with the different colors? There are 15 different elements that your Goobuddy can be born with. The element of the Goobuddy affects its color and physical traits. one Goobuddy species can look very different based on its element. You know, a ice or fire or water Goobuddy, even though they're the same species, they can look and behave very differently. So the game is very far along in development. All of that elemental stuff is implemented and programmed already. So if the game development is almost complete, what is the point of crowdfunding? I want to make something incredible for people. I want to make this the very best game I can possibly make. This is my dream game. This is absolutely what I want to make and what I want to play. Monster raising games are my absolute favorite kind of game, even though it's an extremely close tie with JRPGs. And despite the fact that I have developed and shipped many commercial titles, Goobuddies is my dream game. In order to make this game the absolute biggest and best it can be, I need to spend more time on certain features, and I need more time to add more species. Primarily, I want to create more species of Goobuddies for you to be able to obtain and raise. This is what's so cool about monster raising games, having a bunch of different monsters. In the game currently, there are 6 family lines. Each family line has 13 unique species of Goobuddies. I have finished and designed the 3D models for all of those Goobuddies, but I want to make more. I think you guys get it, right? We all like monster raising games. We want more, and I want to make more. It's so fun to come up with these designs. It's so awesome when I'm posting little updates online and sharing you guys the progress that I'm making. People say, oh, I like that one, I like that one. And for me, that's what it's all about, is coming up with the cool monster, sharing it with all of you, and you guys say, oh yeah, that's a cool monster. And I want more of that. I want to keep making more. But that takes time. So the family lines that are currently in the game are balanced, quadrupedal, melty, long, multi-headed, and flying. Again, the designing and modeling for all 79 Goobuddies are complete, but again, I'm just a massive fan of monster raising games, and when it comes to monsters, the more the merrier. It's the coolest thing in a monster game to have tons of options, so I want to make more species. I've come up with more designs for more family lines, and those that I want to create, those new family lines that I want to make, are weapon, where Goobuddy bodies are in the shape of weapons like swords and shields; cuboid, where Goobuddy designs are based on geometric shapes and they get more complex and interesting as the Goobuddy ages; slime, where Goobuddy bodies are mostly slime instead of goo; and serpentine, where Goobuddy bodies are long serpent-like shapes. If I had the funding and time to be able to work on this game for a longer period, it would add a total of 52 more unique Goobuddy species to the roster. Another core feature I would like to implement is local and online player versus player battles. A feature like that takes a significant amount of time and work to develop, test, and refine. And I would really like that. Honestly, I would love for people to be able to just hang out and have Goobuddy battles. Lastly, I would like to have a full, free version of the game available for anyone to play in their web browser, and this free version would be the full version of the game, no monetization, no ads, no questions asked. You just open the game in the web browser and play. Of course, the game will still launch commercially on Nintendo Switch and Steam, and if people want to support the game, they want to support my studio, they can buy the game there. But I'm not gonna nag people. If they want to play the game and just enjoy it for free, I want to make a free version, but that takes time to work on and maintain. It takes a significant amount of effort. So let's be real for a minute. Games are getting increasingly expensive, as is absolutely everything in life. Everything's getting more expensive. It's frustrating. We all have a limited budget for luxury items like video games. It is a real bummer not being able to pick up new games. My goal is not to get rich. My goal is to make great games for people to enjoy. My goal is to make something for people to believe in. Making and maintaining a free version of the game that runs in the web browser, that'll take a significant amount of time and effort on my part. Without crowdfunding, I can't really spend the time doing that, but with crowdfunding, I'll be able to spend time making a game that absolutely anyone can access with a PC. They can play and enjoy. With crowdfunding, I will be able to implement those features, especially the PvP, and with crowdfunding, I can spend more time to make the game more polished, more robust, more gooey. I just want to make an awesome game for people. So, what's going to happen without crowdfunding? Without crowdfunding, I'm still going to finish and launch the game, but I will have to scale back the content and I'll have to scale back my vision for distribution. I'm a solo developer, I do all the work myself, and I have to sell my games in order to pay my bills and all the costs it takes to run a business. I know people say, oh, take all the time you need to make your game, but unfortunately that's not how it works in reality. If you are an independent developer, if you are internally funded, I don't have external funding to pay my bills, especially all the business stuff gets very expensive, so I have to finish my games and sell them. So I unfortunately cannot afford to take all the time that I need. So what is the guarantee that I will finish and ship this game? I have developed and shipped more than a dozen commercial titles across Nintendo platforms and a couple on mobile. I've developed the very final games that launched officially on Nintendo 3DS and Wii U. Those games being Silver Falls Gaiden Deathly Delusion Destroyers on the 3DS and Silver Falls White Inside Its Umbra on the Wii U. I also regularly create homebrew games for PC and legacy consoles like the PS Vita, and I share those with people for free because I just want to make cool stuff for people. I just launched a horror homebrew game last month, which you can play in your web browser, and I'm just refining that, and I will be launching that for free on the PS Vita via homebrew pretty soon as well. So what about backer rewards and bonuses? So can we be real for a minute? I'm a solo developer. There's nobody here helping me run this crowdfunding campaign. My strengths are with game development. My strengths do not extend into running crowdfunding campaigns, so I'm not going to promise you the moon. I just want to make an awesome game. If I promise a ton of backer rewards, it's going to significantly negatively impact my ability to develop a game, and making great games is really where my attention should stay focused. I've been sharing progress of my game development regularly through this YouTube channel, and I will continue to post progress as I develop the game. If you want to see what I'm working on, I have recently launched Sungrand Virtual Studio, which is something that you can play in your web browser. It is an interactive devlog. You get to explore an interactive version of my studio. You can see what I'm working on, and I can share behind the scenes stuff of the games that I have worked on in the past and I'm working on now. You can hang out and recruit characters from my previous games, and you can fight some monsters. I'll be updating this weekly, and for people that have been supporting me for a long time, and for people that, you know, comment and hang out here at the channel, you guys have been making cameo appearances in that interactive devlog in my virtual studio, and eventually you'll be recruitable, so you'll be able to recruit those characters. So whether or not you back this campaign, I really appreciate your time. If you do want to support Goobuddies, spread the word, tell other people who enjoy monster raising games, reach out to your favorite content creators, ask them to take a look at Goobuddies. Whether or not we hit this crowdfunding target, I'm chill with it. I'm not particularly stressed over this crowdfunding campaign. Look, I'm gonna make an awesome game for you whether I have crowdfunding or not. I really just want to spend more time so I can make more monsters, and I would really like to have that PvP in there, and I really want to have a free version that people can play and enjoy. But again, this is a substantial game. Something like that takes a lot of time. I just want this game to be even bigger and even better, and I hope that you'll join me on this adventure. Thanks very much for listening. Take care of yourselves and be well.